Hello, magandang araw sa lahat. Welcome to episode number 34 of our Principles of Structural Analysis and Design playlist for Civil Engineering Licensure Examination. So in this particular episode, let's discuss this problem that was asked in the last April 2024 Civil Engineering Board exam. However, this type of problem has been uh, given, no? I think way back 2013 or 2012, something like that, no? But anyway, isa sa mga ano dito, probably na surprise is that normally kapag analysis of dam, you are thinking or we are thinking that it is a topic under hydraulics, no? However, ganun talaga, may mga problems din kasi naman talaga na nag-overlap from time to time on different across different civil engineering courses or subject, no? But anyway, dito lumabas ito sa PISAT, no, na exam. So the forces acting per meter length of the dam shown are as follows. You have 275 kilonewton na F1, and then 165 kilonewton na F2, and then the weight is 650. So dito ang maganda ay given na yung weight ng dam, no? Pero just in case na hindi, normally ang ginagawa is um, you multiply the unit weight of the material of the dam with the volume. Okay? Tas, normally kasi yung dam concrete eh. So, unit weight ng concrete. Okay? So, ganyan normally kinukompute. Pero given na, so no problem. Mas madali. No? Given na rin yung mga location, no? Given na rin yung location ng weight. Yung, isa pang challenge dito kapag hindi given yung location ng total weight, magbabalik ng theorem pa tayo. So, hahatiin pa natin to sa rectangle. Tapos, ito, nakikita ko, triangle na maliit. Tapos, meron pa tayo dito rectangle na maliit, no? O di kaya, pwede pagsamahin na lang yun. Isang buong rectangle, tapos isang maliit na rectangle sa ibabaw, tapos triangle. And then, yung natitira dito na triangle. So, medyo mahaba-haba, no? Pagka hindi pa yan given. Pero given na naman, kaya that's good, no? Mas madali. Okay. Solve for the factor of safety against sliding. So, pag sinabing factor of safety against sliding, so it simply means na gusto natin kunin yung ratio nung pag sinabi kasing factor of safety, yung ibabaw niyan palaging ano eh, yung capacity, no, yung kakayanin divided by yung required, no? Kumbaga capacity over required, no? Ganyan naman yan normally. Okay? So itong capacity dahil sliding, alam naman natin the reason why this will slide is kapag na-overcome yung friction, no? So ito will represent friction. Okay? Force na maximum. Yung pinakamalaking friction force na ma-develop. Divided by, yung required is yung total force um, horizontal. Okay? Kung ano yung total force horizontal, no? Yun yung magiging um, requirement natin. No? Kumbaga, yun yung kailangan pigilan ng friction. So, ang idea din, kailangan yung ratio na to ay hindi bababa sa 1. Kailangan mas malaki sa 1. Kasi kapag bumaba yan sa 1, ibig sabihin, yung capacity natin, mas maliit sa required. E di, ibig sabihin, gagalaw na ito. No? Magsislide na yung dam natin. Okay? So, anyway, that is just for, for design criteria. Pero in this particular problem, we are just simply ask ano yung factor of safety, no? So, nga pala, 'di ba ang friction force is yung maximum is the coefficient of friction times the normal reaction. Okay? Tapos divided by itong total force horizontal, tawagin natin na Rx. Okay? So Rx means yung parang resultant na force acting along X. Okay? Kasi horizontal, di ba? Horizontal. Okay? Tapos yung N na to, yung N na yan kasi reaction yan eh. Reaction yan. Normal reaction. Tapos ito yung friction. Okay? So, normal reaction na yan, kapag nag-summation of forces ka, yung normal reaction na yan ay magiging equal lang sa y component nito plus yung y component nito, tapos ito wala namang y component. So, equal lang siya doon, no? So, actually, pag pinagsama natin yung mga forces na y, we can actually designate that to be the y component of the resultant force acting on the dam. Kaya mangyari, yung N natin will be equal to Ry. Or ano, Y component. Okay, kaya ang mangyari, yung factor of safety factor of safety against sliding, nagiging ganito. Mu Ry over Rx. Okay, and for some of you, baka kinakabisado ito bilang formula, pero para sa akin hindi, no? Kailangan naintindihan natin kung bakit, ano yung factor of safety, para saan yun, at saka ano yung definition nun, no? So kapag alam mo yung definition, hindi mo kailangan kabisaduhin dapat yan. Okay? Pero if this is how it was presented to you, no, during your college, that ganyan, yan yung factor of safety against sliding, at least alam na natin ngayon kung saan saan galing 'yon. Okay? Kaya pwede mo 'yan kalimutan. Okay? So galing na to sa mu n, ito naman yung total horizontal force na tutulak dun sa dam. Okay? So for this problem, if we would take summation of forces, ako nga pala, lagyan natin ng angle. May angle pala to. 60 degrees daw to. Okay? So kapag 60 degrees yan, hindi ba ito 60 degrees? Ayan. Kasi perpendicular yung F2 eh. No? Automatic yun, perpendicular. So, let's solve for ano first, Rx. No? So, the resultant force acting on the dam. So, the resultant force. So, summation or Rx is equal to summation of forces along X. No, di ba? Okay, so that is the resultant, no? Acting along Y. So, that would give us Rx is equal to 275. So, gawin ko na lang to the right is positive. Tapos minus yung x component nitong 165. So 165 sine of 60. So that will give us our Rx. So 275 minus 165 sine 60. So that's 132.11 kilonewtons. And then for Ry, ganun ulit. Actually, ano no, pwede kayo mag-summation of forces. Pwede kayo mag-equilibrium analysis. Summation of forces y equals to 0. Tapos ang hahanapin mo yung normal force. Yun yung in place dito. Pwede yun. Pero kung gusto mo naman, resultant analysis, pwede rin, no? So, Ry is equal to summation of forces y, assuming upward positive. And that would be equal to, ano ba yung mga y? So, o nga pala, gawin ko na lang na downward positive itong Ry. So, kasi nakikita ko sa given, ano eh, downward naman lahat ng nasa y. So, gawin ko ito downward positive. So, Ry is equal to, downward yung 650, tapos downward din yung y component nitong 165. So, 165 cosine of 60. Okay? And that's your Ry. Okay? So, we have 732.5. 732.5 kilonewtons. Now, lumalabas, yung factor of safety natin against sliding will be equal to mu, which is 0.3. Ry is 732.5 over Rx na 132.11. And that gives us 1.66. Okay, from the value itself, no, this is telling us that our dam is safe against sliding. So the answer is letter B. Okay? So, ulitin ko lang, no? Kung halimbawa na hindi mo to kabisado, ang analysis lang dyan is dapat yung net force acting horizontal divided by yung frictional force, yung maximum allowable, sorry, baliktad pala. Yung maximum frictional force divided by yung net force na horizontal. Pag kinuha yung ratio nun, kailangan greater than 1, no? And yung ratio nun, that defines the factor of safety against sliding. Okay? All right, next, number 2, determine the eccentricity of the resultant force at the base of the dam. So, yung resultant force, di ba meron niyang RY tsaka RX. Okay? Tinatanong sa atin, nasaan daw yung location nitong result? Kasi ang resultant niyan parang ganito eh. Ayan, yan yung resultant natin. Okay? Pero dito tinatanong, what is the eccentricity? Pag sinabi eccentricity, yung layo nung location from the centroid of the base. Which is, ang centroid lang naman ng base, ano to eh, rectangular lang to sa ilalim eh, no? Kasi ang dam natin, pahaba yan eh. Pag ganyan yan. Okay, so rectangular lang yung ilalim niya. Rectangular lang yun, no? So, kalahati lang ng 5.4. So, bali, hanapin natin nasaan yung location nitong RY or kahit itong N, parehas lang yan, no? Yung N natin, di ba, equal sa Y component ng resultant ng mga force acting on the dam. Okay, so, hahanapin naman natin to. Gaano yan kalayo? So, tawagin natin X bar. Pero ano, eccentricity tinatanong niya. So, yung layo niya from the middle, no? Okay, so, for number 2, so this is 165. This is 275. And then this is 650. This is 60 degrees. Okay? So, pinapahanap yung eccentricity. So, again, you could analyze yung normal force or yung RY na lang. RY and RX. Okay? And yung layo na to, tawagin natin na X bar. Okay, so of course, para makuha natin yung X bar, we will take summation of moment at the toe. Okay, so taking summation of moment at the toe, okay, that should be equal to 0, no? Or di kaya equate natin yung resultant RY dun sa mga moment ng mga force, no? So we have RY. So actually, etong gagawin ko, may pagka-Varignon's theorem. Okay, so yung resultant RY times X bar is equal to the summation of the moment ng mga force. So, unahin na natin yung 2 sa... assume ko counterclockwise positive ba? So, etong RY na to, counterclockwise naman. Tapos yung RX, dadaan sa 2, kaya wala siyang moment sa left side. Sa right side, we have F1. So, we have 275. Moment arm is 1.2. Okay, tapos ang rotation niya is clockwise. Tapos yung W naman, 650. Moment arm is, ito yung moment arm ng W from the toe. That is 5.4 minus 2, so 3.4. Tapos ang rotation niyan, counterclockwise. And then yung F2, no need to component kasi alam natin yung perpendicular distance which is 1.8. Okay, from the toe. And then ang rotation ng F2 is also counterclockwise. Okay, and yun lang. So again, yung RY, alam naman natin na equal sa 732.5. So makukuha natin yung X bar. So negative 275 times 1.2 plus 650 times 3.4 plus 165 times 1.8 over RY. Yung RY natin is 732.5. So 2.97. Okay? Pero once again, yung sinasabing eccentricity is yung layo from the centroid. Ayan. So ang hinahanap natin talaga ito. Okay? So we're in ito mula dito is half ng 5.4 which is 2.7. Okay? So meaning itong E na to ay equal sa 2.7 or should I say X bar. Okay, mali lang kasi yung drawing ko, nabaliktad pala yung drawing ko. Dapat, so medyo nandito yung RY, no? Kasi 2.97 siya, mas malaki. So usog natin, kaya lang hindi ko na mauusog. Pero ano, gano'n na lang. So, baliktad kasi mas mahaba yung X bar dapat. So, kunwari na lang, ito yung centroid, no? So, although not to scale, ayan, kunwari ito yung centroid. So, yung centroid na yan is take 2.7, half ng ano, ayan. Okay? So, yung X bar kasi natin lumabas mas malaki, 2.97, no? Kaya sinadya kong ganyan. So, ito yung hinahanap natin, E. Okay? Kaya kung mapapansin, yung E natin is equal to X bar minus 2.7. Okay? Kasi ito yung X bar. Ito yung 2.7. So, yung matitira doon, yun yung E. Okay? And that gives us minus 2.7. That gives us 0.27. Okay? And that would be our answer for number 2. Ayan. Okay? And lastly, what is the height of water behind the dam? So for number 3, I will just do this very quickly. Pinapahanap lang ano yung height na to. Okay, pag sabi niyang behind the dam, we are assuming dun sa upstream side, no? Sa likod. Okay? So, well, alam naman natin dapat na yung location ng resultant force ng hydrostatic force, no? Kasi triangular 'yan. Triangular talaga yung pressure distribution niyan. Okay, at dahil triangular 'yun, yung location na to, itong 1.2 na to, dapat nasa 1/3, no? 1/3 ng H, no? So yung 1.2 is dapat 1/3 of H. So therefore, yung H natin should be 3 times 1.2. And that gives us 3.6. So for number 3, the answer should be 3.6. Okay? Um, just in case, ang tanong, what is the height of the water doon naman sa upstream side? Dito naman, ano yung height ng water dito? Okay, just in case, yun yung tanong, no? Height ng water doon. So, ayan, dito na lang. Okay, so height ng water dito. Okay? So, um, ganun din, the idea is dapat yung vertical projection ng area ng dam dito, okay, yung horizontal force na to, should be acting again 1/3. No? 1/3 ng height. Okay? Yung height na yan, no? And to calculate that, ano tong height na to? So we will consider this triangle. Palakihin lang natin. So, di ba ito ay 60 degrees? Tapos ito yung 1/3 of H. Tapos ito yung 1.8. So, as you can see here, if you will apply sine, no, sine of 60, that is equal to 1/3 of H divided by 1.8. So, lumalabas ngayon, you can solve for H. So, yan naman yung depth ng dam, height ng water ng dam dun sa downstream side. So, 1.8 sine 60 o times 3. No? So, that gives us 4.68. May height ng water sa downstream side. Okay? So, that's how we solve this problem. Okay? So, thank you all for watching and I hope to see you on the next video.